Did you know that every year millions of deer are raised and processed on farms across the United States to provide high-quality venison to consumers? It may sound hard to believe, but the deer farming industry in the U.S. has been rapidly growing in recent decades. This industry plays a crucial role in the supply chain of clean, sustainable food and is becoming increasingly popular. So how does the process from farm to table work? Join us as we explore this fascinating journey and gain a deeper understanding of how venison is raised, cared for, and processed to provide you with a safe and nutritious product. Don't forget to leave a comment below if you have any questions or want to learn more. Currently, there are over 500 deer farms operating in states such as Texas, Pennsylvania, and Ojai, with a total deer population exceeding 250,000. These farms primarily focus on breeding two main types of deer: white-tailed deer and red deer, both known for their high-quality meat and stable economic value. The size of each farm can range from 1,000 to 2,000 deer, depending on the infrastructure, land area, and resources available to the farm. To ensure optimal living conditions for the deer, these farms require expansive pastures for natural grazing, along with sturdy 8-foot-high fences to ensure safety and effective control of the herd. Deer farming not only demands the right scale and techniques, but also strict adherence to food safety, animal health, and environmental protection regulations. Federal and state agencies play a crucial role in closely monitoring these activities to ensure they are conducted legally, sustainably, and ethically. This industry is steadily establishing itself not only economically, but also in alignment with modern consumer trends, prioritizing clean, natural food sources with clear traceability. In the deer farming industry in the United States, breeding and maintaining a healthy herd of deer is essential to ensure a sustainable supply for both meat production and regulated hunting. This is a critical component in the agricultural value chain related to deer, contributing to the overall stability and long-term development of the industry. The breeding season for deer typically runs from November to January, with a gestation period of around 200 days. Fawns are usually born in late spring or early summer. A doe typically gives birth to one fawn, though twins are sometimes born. During the first few weeks of life, fawns hide in dense forests or thick grasslands to avoid predators. During this time, they rely entirely on their mother's milk to grow physically and strengthen their immune systems. To ensure the survival and stable development of the young deer generation, farms in the U.S. pay close attention to preserving and maintaining natural plant ecosystems. A nutritious and safe environment not only supports the growth of fawns, but also creates favorable conditions for adult deer to live and reproduce. By the time fawns reach 2 to 3 months of age, they begin grazing on grass and berries, gradually joining their mothers in foraging activities. This transitional phase is crucial as it helps them adapt to their natural environment and prepares them for adulthood. Before being sent to processing facilities, deer typically weigh between 90 and 136 kilograms. The transportation and slaughter processes are carried out according to strict standards to ensure both meat quality and animal welfare, delivering a product to consumers that is safe and nutritious. To ensure that deer are transported to processing facilities in the best possible condition, the ideal time for this process is usually between 4 and 6 a.m. This time frame is cool and quiet, which helps minimize stress for the animals while maintaining the optimal quality of the meat before it moves on into the next processing stage. At the processing facility, the handling of the deer is carried out with extreme care and precision. Each step follows strict standards, from sanitation to trimming techniques, to ensure that the quality of the meat is not compromised at any stage. Workers use specialized tools and skilled techniques to cut the meat along the joints accurately before it moves on to the next stages, such as roasting, grinding, or portioning. Next, excess fat and unnecessary skin are carefully and precisely removed to optimize the yield of pure meat. All of these steps are aimed at maximizing the efficiency of each deer, not only in terms of output, but also the economic value and marketability of the final product. In addition to providing meat, deer offer many other valuable byproducts. Deer hides are used in the craft and fashion industries to produce high-end leather goods. Deer antlers, especially naturally shed antlers, are widely used in art, decoration, and traditional products. These seemingly insignificant byproducts contribute to an industry that makes effective use of the entire animal, in line with the principles of sustainability and the circular economy. In the deer farming industry, antler harvesting is an important part of the production cycle, effectively complementing breeding and nurturing activities. Deer antlers, particularly those from male deer, naturally shed at the end of winter or early spring, right after the breeding season. This is the ideal time for farms and collectors to harvest this unique, renewable resource. Naturally shed antlers not only hold high economic value, but also have various applications in everyday life. Deer antlers are used in diverse fields such as traditional medicine, handicrafts, furniture making, and even in high-end decor. The market value of antlers ranges from $10 to $40 per bundle, depending on the size, shape, and overall quality of each antler. Once collected, antlers are carefully cleaned to remove dirt and impurities. Some processes involve soaking them in arsenic solution for sterilization and preservation, followed by sanding to smooth out rough edges, creating a polished surface that is safer for use. Antlers can be polished to highlight their natural texture, or they can be cut into smaller pieces for use in interior decoration. In some specialized applications, antlers are ground into powder for use in health supplements or medicinal products. What makes deer antlers especially valuable is not only their diverse uses, but also the natural regeneration ability of deer. Each year, they grow a completely new set of antlers. This regenerative property makes antlers a sustainable resource, suitable for both artistic purposes and practical applications. Compared to common meats like beef or pork, venison has a unique and appealing flavor. Many describe venison as tender, slightly fatty, yet clean tasting, with flavor nuances that can vary depending on the animal's diet and environment. This makes each piece of venison an individual culinary experience. In terms of appearance and texture, venison is usually darker than beef, with a firmer texture while still maintaining tenderness when cooked properly. Notably, venison contains significantly less fat, particularly saturated fat, making it a healthier option for those seeking a nutritious food source without sacrificing flavor. Depending on the cooking method, venison can offer either a rich or more delicate flavor. Tender cuts such as the loin or rump retain their best flavor when grilled or pan-seared over moderate heat. On the other hand, tougher cuts like the shoulder or neck should be braised or slow cooked to soften the muscle fibers, making the dish more tender and flavorful. Not only is venison delicious, but it is also a valuable source of nutrition. It provides high-quality protein, along with iron, zinc, and B vitamins, particularly B12, essential for maintaining muscle mass, supporting the immune system, and boosting metabolism. Additionally, venison contains more beneficial fatty acids compared to beef, contributing to a balanced diet and improving heart health. In the United States, deer hunting is a popular outdoor activity, especially in rural areas and the vast lands of the upper Midwest and northern states. The deer hunting season typically runs from fall to winter, primarily from September to December, which coincides with the peak of the mating season when male deer become most active. During this time, they are more easily attracted by sounds and scents, making it an ideal period for hunters. There are several methods used in deer hunting depending on the terrain and the experience of the hunter. Some prefer the stand hunting method, where hunters use observation platforms or tree stands, typically set in dense forests to watch and take down deer from a distance. Another method is still hunting, in which hunters silently move through the forest or grasslands to locate deer in their natural habitat. States like Texas, Michigan, and Wisconsin are ideal destinations for hunting enthusiasts, thanks to their abundant deer populations and rich hunting environments. Beyond being an exciting pastime, deer hunting plays a significant role in wildlife management. Controlling the deer population helps prevent ecological overload, protects natural habitats, and minimizes damage to agricultural crops. In parallel with hunting, deer farming is also thriving in many countries around the world, from rural areas in North America and Europe to coastal regions in Asia. Depending on market demands and local conditions, deer are raised for meat, antler harvesting, or even for ecotourism purposes. Venison, with its low-fat and high-protein content, is becoming increasingly popular in gourmet cuisine. It is often processed into sausages, cold cuts, or ready-to-eat products that are both nutritious and convenient. In terms of conservation, two species of deer are of particular concern worldwide: the red deer and the sika deer, Cervus nippon. The sika deer, also known as the Japanese deer, is native to Japan but is now farmed in many other countries. This species is threatened by illegal hunting and habitat loss. The Japanese government, along with international organizations, has implemented several conservation measures, such as establishing reserves and tightly regulating hunting activities. Meanwhile, the red deer, the largest species in the Cervidae family, remains stable globally in terms of population. However, in some parts of Asia, this species is facing the threat of decline due to deforestation and human pressures. The forests that stretch across Europe, Asia, and North America are the primary habitats of the red deer, where ongoing conservation efforts are being carried out to protect biodiversity and maintain ecological balance within forest ecosystems.